Hey subscribers, how's it going? Haven't done an upload in a little while for this car, so I'm now back on vacation. That's where I've been. So if you've been looking for those uploads, like I've had a few subscribers actually hit me up and say, hey, where's those uploads at? I am back from vacation. I was on vacation. I recommend everybody go on vacation, do your thing, because you're able to get away and just relax and do a lot of thinking. And a lot of times that's what you need to do. So with that said, back to the JDM WRX build. And when I say JDM, I'm referring back to the original idea or build plan that we had for this car. Originally, the car just came to me. I was just going to do a JDM short block swap in it and get the car basically going and running for the gentleman. And now it has tubs, and we've come a long way from that idea. So if you want to check out where it's come, you know, by all means go back and check out the JDM WRX build part 1. And go from there. As of now, to bring you up to speed as a new viewer, this car is now sponsored. I've decided to sponsor this car, and it now is free labor, basically. Everybody's always looking for that. I did give him full sponsorship. He's in the area, so he's going to be around me a lot once this car is done. He definitely agrees on helping me advertise for the shop, which is great. So I'm gonna go ham. Why wouldn't I, right? So that's basically where we're at. And obviously he's a good guy, you know, so we get along very, very well. And with that said, back to bodywork. Everybody knows bodywork sucks, but his car had a bunch of pings and dings on it, and I'm super OCD, so it's basically where I'm at. Is I want to make it right. I want to get it done. This car doesn't have rot and rust on it, so with that said, I might as well fix and repair it. Which is, I mean, when I say no rot and rust, this is what I mean. Usually these quarter panels, they're gone. They're gonzo. No moss. And other than that, I mean, looks like somebody crushed the rocker panel. It's got a little bit of corrosion down there. I'm just going to cut it out. I'll make it. It's an easy patch job. I can do the metal repair, as you can see with the little side notes here. Metal repair pointing right to it so you don't forget about it. Yeah, in a couple of my uploads, I kind of explained that you should have side notes on these cars so that you're going to leave. I went on vacation. I'm back now. I can come back and I see exactly where everything is. You know, you can see all of the circles where all the dents are, you know, so I don't lose anything. This is great. I'm able to just step back in the shop and basically just go forth from where I left off, which is great. You know, I mean, it's really simple. I can't put it any other simpler than that. Buh, I'm mumbling again. But with that said, bodywork. Alright, so where I left off on the last part of this was this door. So I have sanded from the top half up, and the bottom portion down is not sanded. That's just how I've applied it on. You can see the lines from the actual applicator or the squeegee from the which is where I left off. I've already sanded everything out with 180 grit and feathered it out. You can see it's very transparent. You can see where this low spot was, and everything is all the same. So that's what we're looking for. You want everything to be same, you know, as it can be. You want this panel to be flush with this panel here. So obviously this is a low spot, you know, and it's very, very minuscule, but the filler itself will fill it, and you can see it's very paper-like transparent. That's really what you're looking for. That's how you know that your metal work is flat. I don't like to fill and forget it. You know, you really shouldn't have any more than an 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch of body filler. 1/4 inch is really, I'm pretty sure 1/4 inch is as thick as you're allowed to go, iCar. I mean, I could be wrong. You know, if anybody does know off the top of your head and whatnot, just go ahead and put it in the comments. I really don't remember, but me personally, I don't like going over an 1/8 of an inch thick, just for the sheer fact that it doesn't take long to make this panel flat and then just glaze it, and it's way less work for me to put it in primer. I'm done. I don't have to worry about any Bondo soakage or any body filler soakage, because this stuff once you put that primer on there, I mean, it feels dry, it feels hard, but on the inside of it, the thicker it is, it actually doesn't dry and cure as much as you think, especially with fiberglass. I mean, it definitely applies to fiberglass. That stuff takes forever to harden. So with that said, make sure you have the correct amount of hardener. If you're curious on what the ratio is, just go back to the last upload and where I basically slung all this stuff on the door. So right now I'm going to go ahead and continue with the 180 sandpaper and get this sanded out, because 180 is the step before primer. Got the long block, short block, and my DA 180 grit, and it's about a foot long block. These are soft, hard blocks. They're pretty nice to have, you know, so I definitely recommend getting them. They definitely help the job a lot easier. And then definitely a respirator. You don't want to breathe this crap in. Oh yeah, and real fast, I'm also making a custom spoiler for a WRX wagon. So something a little bit different, just throwing together some ideas on, you know, something different. This is going to sit up on top. You know, it'll sit much like that. You know, you can get an idea of what it'll look like from behind. You know, so I'll spin this thing around for you guys. Get an idea of what it looks like. Well, what do you think? It's basically going to sit like that. You know, and you can get an idea. You'll be able to get at it from the top, and same bolt placement as OEM, as you can see all the way through there, so that you'll be able to set it back up onto the WRX hatch, you know, and then get an idea what it's going to look like. Something different, right? I think it's going to look pretty snazzy, pretty cool. You know, I'll clean it all up. I'll make this all one piece. It'll all be molded. It'll have all these accentuated lines and whatnot, but it'll look like one solid piece. You know, I'll mold it all in. That way, it you know, this will all look nice and neat, one solid section, and then it'll kind of, you know, duck build just kind of like it does with the double flare. And then open up, and it probably will help out with downforce. I mean, honestly, we're just going for aesthetics at this point because it's for a lifted WRX wagon at that. Okay, so what I've just done is I've now taken the hole saw bit and I've gotten it and enlarged the top hole for the reason that I want to be able to get a socket in there to the OEM placement. So now, as you can see the bolt hole down there for the OEM socket, now I can actually put the original hardware back in here in the original OEM position, because this is just two OEM style, or I shouldn't even say style, these are two OEM WRX spoilers that are now going to be mounted together. So with that said, the bottom one will go on just like it would be mounted in an OEM fashion, with the top molded on. It'll all be one piece, but I want to be able to have the hardware in a lower position for the sheer fact that I don't want this strain and tension up in the top, because it'll be like a big long bolt or big long threaded rod, and that's a lot of strain on the bolt. I'm not able to lock down the spoiler with enough tension, but when you draw the tension down lower center of gravity, you're able to put on more tension with the spoiler, and it'll be a lot more firm for the actual OEM mounting, because I mean, we're adding some weight here. We threw some glass on here and another spoiler. So obviously I want it to be safe. I don't want it to come off.
solid.
Because air voids where you get cracks.
No, why aren't you using much of that? I don't think I know it. I don't think I know the song. This is to make it all flush and even.
stealth bomb. This is real life, homie, holler where you at. I've been caught up at the bottom, I've been falling in a trap. I've been on my way to stardom, now they calling me to rap. Cause I body shit regardless, you ain't hopping on the track. So don't get me started, it's how I used to a peon. And honestly, you rappers don't sound like Celine Dion. Your pants don't fit you and why your sleeves neon. My shit is hair on, it's something to OD off. We don't see all this 3D vision on your TV. Sitting with at least 3 women in the tub, getting tugged like a beastie's chilling in the thug. Show me love when I reach each city, it's a known fact. We go past perimeters, the flow so crack. You don't have to sniff it up, you bozos whack. So don't rap, just give it up. I don't hold back, I roast past the little stuff, murder.
Yo, fuck a hater, I just do me. Try to make it out alive, but I'm too deep. See these other rappers lying, we don't lose sleep. Nah, we ain't worried about you geeks. Fuck a hater, I just do.
Well, we can't keep playing on this all day, so back to work, I guess, right?
Do me. Try to make it out alive, but I'm too deep. See these other rappers lying, we don't lose sleep. Nah, we ain't worried about you
The one
geeks.
that gets smashed on stages and ruining bars. Yeah, I like to make it happen, dog, I'm doing it large. Drinking 2 sips of Bacardi and then spew in the yard. They say the grass is always greener, I'm just doing my part. How you gonna walk around and keep pretending like you hating me when you figure rappers fighting my style blatantly? I see him studying and learning my moves, concerned and confused, memorizing the words that I use, I stay low, they tell me who do I shoot first. Set fire to a lie for denying the truth hurts. It's been a minute, but I'm back up in this shit. Put the money in the bag and I'ma grab it and split. They been snoring on me heavy, so I'm cracking the whip. I ain't trying to score a grand, bitch, I'm after a brick. This white your whole acting like she after my dick. Cause everything that I record is actually sick. Snap.
Yo, fuck a hater, I just do me. Try to make it out alive, but I'm too deep. See these other rappers lying, we don't lose sleep. Nah, we ain't worried about you geeks. Fuck a hater, I just do me. Try to make it out alive, but I'm too deep. See these other rappers lying, we don't lose sleep. Nah, we ain't worried about you geeks. Yo, fuck a hater, I just do me. Try to make it out alive, but I'm too deep. See these other rappers lying, we don't lose sleep. Nah, we ain't worried about you geeks. Fuck a hater, I just do me. Try to make it out alive, but I'm too deep. See these other rappers lying, we don't lose sleep. Nah, we ain't worried about you geeks.
Alright, so not much left, and basically very, very close to being in primer. So that's basically how I'm going to end this upload, and hope you guys enjoyed the progress for the day. Stay tuned. I only work on cars with the stars. I'm Bill Schneider. This is Rumble Garage. Have a good day.